What is up, guys? It's Mitch or Deity, and today's video is going to be going over the next balance patch that's coming. I'm not too excited about it. I'll just straight off the bat tell you that, but I also want to talk about my plans coming up with the channel. So I did start a 2025 new free-to-play account. Okay, I'm going to be making videos over that. I have a little bit of a backlog of videos that will be coming out over the next little bit. Two, I extended my raid contract. Okay, so I have to make two sponsored videos on this channel where I just go over a quick 45-second of raid. That will be in this video. Okay, there's going to be one in this video, but then from here on out, every month I have to do two of what you're going to see in this video. Okay, raid is giving me a huge opportunity. If you guys download, it supports me. Okay, that's just the best way to keep me going as a content creator and the best thing you can do to help me out, and it's free. Okay, after that, the free to play series is going to be pretty consistent in terms of uploads, probably 10 a month, going over whatever I'm doing on that account. So as you guys that are getting into the game, you can kind of see and follow along with that as to how I'm playing an account versus just following the guide. You can follow the guide and have that. But also with that, any of you guys that are older players, once I get into RTA, you can see how hard it is for new players to play RTA in the current meta. It's potentially, if not easily, the hardest meta we've ever had. So any of you guys that are getting into RTA right now and starting to play the game, even just general PvP, Epic 7 is in a very, very hard spot to play. So hopefully this series will help you, and hopefully it'll be entertaining. I think it'll be fun to go through, see what characters we get. It'll be exciting. Every Moonlight 5 we pull, yes, I will pull on Payra for it. And if you're curious, my current thoughts on Payra, wait 2 weeks before you pull her. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut into the raid portion. Okay, quick 45 seconds, and then we'll be back and we'll go over everything on this list. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Guys, if you haven't tried this game and you've been watching my content at all, I am obsessed with it at this point. I play it as much as I play 7 or more probably, but if you download right now and give the game a try, there's a very good chance you'll actually end up liking it. I have a guide series coming out tomorrow. I will be uploading daily on my new raid channel. Okay, I have a raid channel, will be linked or down in the description, as well as a download link and QR code at the top. You can download through that, but it'll have a guide series exactly like my Epic 7 guide series. So when you start, you're gonna be getting champion Tagoar, super good reviver. Next up, you're gonna enter the promo code Monkey King. Okay, you need to do this first 72 hours, making an account, insane legendary character, super good for PvP. Next up, you're gonna get Mausoleum Mage level 15, another good support character. Cleanses, does a lot of good things that you aren't going to be able to get easily. Lastly, actually super good champion you can get right now is Alice. Okay, all you have to do is log in for 7 days. Alice Chase event, you get this legendary character, super strong. Okay, that is one of the best times to get into raid. If you guys are willing to download it, it's the best way you can support me, and that's all I have. So let's go ahead and get back into the video. So now let's go in. Cecilia, Remnant Violet, Lilias, Diene, Krau, Ludwig, Ras, and Adventure Ras. It's okay. They say 8 characters, and 2 of them are the same character, just one specially changed. Okay, and then they changed Wings of Shadow and Uberry's dude. So first off, Cecilia is the first ML5 with a speed imprint. Okay, she goes up to 12 speed. That's not bad, honestly. 12 speed imprint's not bad on her. And then they made it to where her skill 3 dispels all buffs. So it's weird because she's now kind of a damage dealer. She can't trigger a counterattack, which is amazing, and she dispels all buffs. So are you going to build her on effectiveness? I don't think so. I feel like you probably just build her pure damage. She's not going to be your opener either. So building her with any effectiveness doesn't really make sense. She does have that provoke, but overall as an anchor character, I don't see her being a better anchor than a lot of the characters we already have, but she is a speed imprint. That's a big deal. Having an ML5 speed imprint, that's new to everything. So I thought this would dispel debuffs from your team, but it dispels all buffs. I don't know why they made her stripper, but overall she is better. I've got to say, Cecilia, this is a boost to her. She's potentially usable. She's definitely usable now. She's a speed imprint. All right, she's a safe speed imprint. She's not like a green villager. It's a tank imprint. That's a big deal. I think that could be really beneficial to the game. Next up, we have Remnant Violet. They tried to make him pair with Payra. Okay, that's the whole idea here. Attacks enemy with the sword, increase chimeraness by 50%, penetrates defense by 50%. So skill 3 now, once you get swift attack from Payra and skill 3, you get an extra turn immediately. So if you have any kind of souls, you can S3 soul burn, S1 soul burn, or well, you won't get soul burn again, but you could S3, S1, S1. Okay, that's a ton of damage. That would kill most things in the game with a proper Remnant Violet. So that's a big deal, I guess. I don't know. I think he was already semi-usable. This will make him a little bit more usable, and having more characters pair with the new ML Payra is a good thing. So we'll see how this goes. But they increase his damage on this as well. So it penetrates defense and getting the increased damage. If they don't have ML Ilanav, could hit pretty hard. I don't think it's too bad. And he has dodge chance, and Para gives him extra dodge chance, right? So it just gives you something extra to play around with if you did decide to go ahead and pull him out Para. But those of you guys that haven't pulled her, if you're curious on my opinion, wait 2 weeks. Wait until next maintenance, basically. Next time we have a maintenance, then reevaluate. We'll know what's next on Banner. She seems decent. I think she seems fine. She's a support character. She isn't going to do damage for you. That's all I can say. Lilias, this one's weird. Increase critical hit chance by 50% after an ally uses an attack skill dispels all debuffs from the caster. So she full cleanses herself instead of just one debuff. That's really nice. And it can only be activated once every 2 turns. Basically the same thing, can only be activated once every 2 turns. It's the same activation, but it changes to where when the target is provoked, damage doesn't increase on her skill 3. So if she procs us to provoke something in skill 3, she's going to hit it really hard. Lilias can do fantastic damage, so that's kind of cool. And they increase the damage overall, not just for the provoke. So I don't know about Lilias. I mean, technically Lilias, if you pay S3, she could do it. If you Lua S3, she'll full cleanse herself and provoke. But I don't. She'll cut up, so it kind of works against Hellion Lua, I guess, is the main thing I'm seeing here. But Lilias, she's never been a super insane character, never been a bad character. Well, okay, I shouldn't say never, but after her most recent buff, she's been in like a limbo spot that isn't too bad. She's the kind of character that if you want to utilize a really well-built one, she'd work well. Okay, next up, we are going to be looking at her, I guess, EE, especially actually, she grants immunity to herself, so she full cleanses and gives herself immunity instead of increasing her damage. This 20% damage increase just goes into her skill. I doubt it increases that much, but it'll be a decent little increase. Next up, we have Diene. Diene actually is pretty cool. She has a new thing, right? She's a new buff that was never in the game. Increased penetration resistance. I don't even know what that buff's going to look like, but it's a new buff in the game. It's kind of cool. It gives Diene potentially a reason. Her skill 2, they basically changed her skill 2 and skill 3. So overall, Diene's buff isn't bad. I don't think it's terrible. Her skill 2, instead of dispelling 2 debuffs, it's going to increase attack, and they changed her skill 3 now to where instead of increasing attack, it dispels all debuffs. That's not bad. Another character to dispel debuffs, and she gives pen resistance and no crit. She still gives crit resistance too. So you can almost decently safely skill 3 her into Celine. I think depending on it, it's not bad. I think overall this is pretty cool. It's a new buff in the game. That's kind of nice. Okay, pen resistance is becoming very prevalent though. With ML Illinev being so strong, pen resistance is everything. They made it to where all the characters penetrate defense, and then now their solution is give everything to where you pen resist in some capacity. And now we have a buff, so that means even more characters are going to get it through future buffs, and characters that get released are also going to have it. We potentially could see Tori, the new character coming out on Valentine's Day or the day after, could have something similar with pen resist. So I think Diene's buff is really good. Next up, we have Krau. Okay, so Krau is making it to where he just has Self-Aureus all the time, so you can put him on Holy Sack. I think that's what I got out of this. When skills available according to cooldown, receives 25% damage suffered by all allies in their place. Not bad. I mean, what's Aureus? 15? I don't know what Aureus is off the top of my head. I could be cooking. But 25%, that's a lot of damage that you're going to heal up. So, or not heal, but absorb. So it just makes him just a general really good character. You put him on Adamant Shield, technically. At that point, you can go Holy Sack so that just in case he dies, he can revive and one-shot something. Or you can put him on... He's going to be one of the better mitigation characters in the game. Not a bad tank whatsoever. And then they changed it to where decrease cooldown and sick free by 1 turn with exclusive equipment. And it also cools down... Absorb some... Oh, and he also life steals. That's another big part of this. So he also life steals. But the cooldown of this, I don't know if that's really... It makes it to where you don't have to defeat an enemy. A defeating enemy, you get 2 turns, and now you always get 1 cooldown. It's okay. I don't think Krau's going to make it back to another S3. He does heal, though. He does heal. That heal is actually going to be a big deal. Okay, next up, we are going to have our Ludwig. Okay, so he just increases combat range by 50% now. And it doesn't matter if the target's stunned. That's it. That was the change. And then they changed his exclusive equipment to increase attack of the caster. Not bad. And decrease the defense for 2 turns when using Midnight Blow. Also not bad, but not really even needed, probably. You're not going to have effectiveness on Ludwig, and you probably kill everything anyway. I don't know. I think the attack buff's more consistent, but the defense break potentially, I guess. I think the attack buff's better. Okay, next up we have Ras. Do we really care? Do we really care? I don't think so. Damage don't increase, and before increasing defense of all allies with a skill 3. For recovering caster's health and increasing defense of the caster. That's the non-awakened version. The awakened version, he heals more, deals more damage. At the ally in the back row's attack when health is 50% or less, grants barrier to target for 3 turns on... That's not bad. They made this easier to proc. So now Raz, instead of giving the barrier when your backline character gets hit, after an ally in back row is attacked, if they're under 50%, they get a barrier. Barrier is equal to 40%. The barrier size is still the same, and it can only be activated once per battle still. It's not something that consistently happen. 85% chance. Oh, that's a big change. I don't know why this is red right here. You guys know how whenever you've ever used Raz and he never lands defense break? Now he might actually land it. That's kind of a big deal. 25% increase is a big one. All right, this is kind of a big deal. I didn't see this because this was red. I didn't even pay attention. Not bad. Okay, Rads gets a little boost. Rads is a usable character if you really want to, in PvP even. PvE obviously has the spots and he's good, and an increased defense break is just going to make him more consistent in any PvE you use him in. Not bad. Can't complain about that. I didn't see that part. Okay, next up, 2 artifacts are changed. So we have Wings of Light, increased crit chance 15. When attacking, increased damage dealt by 17 to 14 increases. Critical hit by next attack by 4.4 to 8. It's okay. You don't have to crit anymore. And if you do crit, you're getting an extra 2% damage. It's okay. It's okay. It's not insane. 2% damage increase. Kind of need it right now. I think the meta is going to be with new Krau and Diene. I think we're going back down bulky. That's a big deal. All these new characters, obviously Death Through the Ray still stops literally everything in the game, but not bad. Some of the stuff's not bad. You have Payra, then you have stuff to try to stop Payra from over momentuming you to where you just bulk. Potentially the tanks will make this work. I don't know. We'll see. Next up, we have a Barriers 2, 50 to 100% after attacking to inflict additional damage on target. Oh, you don't have to single target attack. Oh, after a single attack. Yeah, you don't have to single target attack anymore. Hey, Uber's Tooth Buff. That's actually huge. Who could use this? Warriors? AoE, Warriors. I gotta think on this. I didn't read Uber's either. There were a couple things in here I didn't really focus on too much the first time I read it. I don't know. The balance patch isn't bad, I gotta say. Almost all the character buffs are decent. Better than a lot of the balance patches we've had. Definitely gotta say. I can't believe OpSig didn't get a buff. Or Brigitte. Let me know what you guys think of the overall balance patch, and let me know what characters you think need to get buffed. I'm surprised. Those 2 characters... what's Stove? That's FCC's buffs have been so bad for a long time. That's all you gave her compared to what you did with BM Haste Smart. Okay, it's immediately complaining. Let's not go down to Stove comments. But Fallen Cecilia, I don't think this is a huge thing, but it's pretty big. I mean, first ML5 speed imprint. That's kind of crazy. First ML5 speed imprint. She's pickable. I mean, that makes her pickable, and she's kind of safe too. Because on a bulk down style or team where you're picking ML Luna, when you're picking, like if you pick ML Luna, your opponent's trying to contest you, you can start bulking down with Fallen Cecilia. And you can build her as a damage. It's not bad, man. Because then you just bulk down from there. The speed imprint's still going to help whichever opener you pick. So say you pick ML Luna or ML Lua, either one, and then flex into Payra. So ML Lua, open FCC, ML Payra 3. Opponent can counter that reasonably well. But it feels like there's some stuff you can do with this patch. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. That's all I have. Again, I have to do two raid shoutouts like this per month, so that's just gonna be something. I know you guys can skip through it, honestly. If it's something that annoys you when it starts, just skip 1 minute. But any of you that actually download, that's the best way you can help me right now. They're changing my life. Raid is Epic. I've been doing Epic 7 content for 6 years. They've done almost nothing for me over 6 years. In this game that I found that I actually am really enjoying, they see that I'm having fun with it. So they're giving me a lot of opportunities that I just never thought I'd get as a content creator. So that's all I have. If you just download through that link down in the description, that's all you have to do. And free-to-play series will be starting tomorrow, February 1st. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.